When we talk about reliable e-bike motors, Bosch usually leads the conversation. It is known for consistent power, smart control, and long-term durability. That foundation matters more than flashy numbers. Today, we are walking through 10 e-bikes with Bosch motors, the latest and the best, covering everything from daily commuting to touring and trail riding. Let's get into it together. If we talk about a bike that fits real city life, this one comes to mind fast. The Gazelle Arroyo C5 Elite is built for riders who want ease every single day. At the center is the Bosch Performance Line motor, which gives a smooth and natural push that never feels jumpy. With 75 Nm of torque, hills feel shorter and loaded grocery runs feel lighter. Its 540 watt-hour battery sits cleanly in the frame, which keeps the look tidy and gives enough range for daily rides without stress. What really pulls us in is how relaxed it feels. The upright position keeps our back happy, and the wide step-through frame makes stops simple. The Gates belt and Shimano Nexus 5 hub stay quiet and low effort, which means less time on maintenance. Small touches like leather grips and a gel seat add comfort we notice after long rides. The only trade-off is weight, since this bike focuses more on stability than speed. Still, for city life, it feels just right. Some e-bikes feel ready for almost anything, and this is one of them. The CENTURION Country R 4000 LABS runs on the Bosch Performance Line CX motor with IMU support, which means power comes in smart and controlled. With 85 Nm of torque, climbs feel steady even when the road turns rough. The big 800 watt-hour power tube battery lets us plan long days without watching the battery bar every mile. What stands out is confidence. The NYVON hub gear and Gates belt keep things smooth and quiet, and the ABS setup on the Shimano Diore 4-piston brakes adds extra control when roads get slick. The suspension fork takes the edge off broken pavement, while the step-through frame keeps access easy. At 150 kilograms max load, it handles riders and cargo without drama. The size and weight can feel noticeable at low speed, but once moving, it feels balanced. For touring, commuting, and mixed terrain, it feels ready every time. This bike is not shy, and it does not try to be. The Santa Cruz Bullit is made for riders who look at steep trails and think, "Let's do it again." The Bosch Performance Line CX motor delivers a strong 85 Nm push that helps you reach the top faster, which means more energy left for the fun part. The 600 watt-hour battery supports long trail days, though aggressive riding will drain it faster, and that is expected. Once you point it downhill, everything clicks. The carbon frame feels solid, the Fox factory suspension keeps control at speed, and the 4-bar design tracks the ground with confidence. The SRAM Access drivetrain shifts clean even under load. Flip chips let you tune geometry and shock feel, so the bike fits your style. It is heavy, and tight climbs can feel demanding. Still, if your goal is serious trail riding with real power, this bike delivers. This is the kind of e-bike you choose when you want zero drama and full confidence every day. The NYVON 5 Touring Core feels calm, solid, and reassuring from the first pedal stroke. The Bosch Performance Line X Sport motor delivers a smooth 75 Nm push that feels predictable, which helps when you ride long distances or move through busy streets. The 600 watt-hour power tube battery gives you freedom to plan full-day rides without checking the display every few minutes. What makes this bike easy to live with is balance. The suspension fork softens rough roads, while the wide Schwalbe tires add grip and comfort. The Shimano Q's drivetrain feels dependable for daily use, and the Magura brakes give steady stopping power even with cargo. Lights come integrated, so night rides feel natural. With a 160 kilogram weight rating, it handles riders and gear without stress. It is not flashy, but for everyday trust, it feels rock solid. If your city rides feel boring, this one flips the mood instantly. This bike feels like it wants to move the second you touch the pedals. The Cannondale FlyingV is built for speed, agility, and fun in the city. The Bosch Performance Line Sprint motor pushes up to 28 miles per hour, and even with 60 Nm of torque, acceleration feels quick and responsive. The 400 Wh compact tube battery keeps weight low, which makes stoplights and tight turns feel playful. What really stands out is how light and sharp it feels. The full carbon frame, fork, and even fenders keep things stiff and responsive. The Gates belt stays clean and quiet, while the Nexus 5-speed hub works well for urban pace changes. The integrated rack carries daily gear without ruining the look. This bike is not about long touring range, and rough roads will remind you it is stiff. Still, for fast commutes and fun city rides, it feels alive. This is the kind of bike when you want touring ability without the heavy touring feel. The Cube Kathmandu Hybrid C62 looks like a serious tourer, yet it rides light and direct. The Bosch Performance SX motor delivers up to 60 Nm of torque, which feels more energetic than expected for its size. Paired with the 400 Wh compact tube battery, the bike stays light enough to feel natural on long rides and daily commutes. The carbon frame and rigid fork give it a clean road feel, while the wide Schwalbe tires add comfort on mixed surfaces. The Shimano XT 1x12 drivetrain keeps shifting simple and reliable across hills. The integrated carrier blends in nicely and carries gear without flex. Braking feels controlled thanks to Shimano hydraulics. The trade-off is load limit, since it is not built for heavy cargo. Still, if you want efficiency, comfort, and a lighter ride feel, this one makes sense fast. If you ride almost every day, year-round, you know comfort alone is not enough. The Stevens E-Courier Plus feels built for real commitment. At the heart sits the Bosch Performance Line CX with the smart system, and the moment you push off, the 85 Nm torque feels strong but controlled. Traffic starts, steep bridges, and heavy loads all feel easier. The big 725 Wh battery changes how far we think we can ride, which helps when days get long. What really makes this bike feel complete is the setup. The Enviolo hub and Gates belt keep things quiet and low effort. The wide Marathon E+ tires feel planted on wet roads. The suspension fork smooths broken pavement. Lighting is bright enough to trust at night, and the USB-C port keeps devices alive. With a 180 kg weight rating, it handles cargo and riders confidently. It is not light, but for serious commuting, it feels dependable. When your rides switch between city hauling and weekend escape mode, this bike feels like it is waiting for a plan. Any plan. The Focus Aventura 6.7 runs on the Bosch Performance Line motor with 75 Nm of torque, which feels smooth and quiet in everyday use. You can choose between 540 Wh or 600 Wh batteries, so range matches how far you want to roam. Power delivery feels calm, which helps on long rides. What stands out is versatility. The strong rear rack carries serious weight, and it stays stable with bags or groceries. The suspension fork and dropper post help when roads turn rough or trails appear unexpectedly. The adjustable stem lets you tune comfort easily. Brakes feel reliable in traffic, and the lighting keeps night rides stress-free. This bike is not built for speed chasing, and it feels a bit tall for smaller riders. Still, for exploring, hauling, and daily riding, it adapts naturally. Well, the Conway NYVON e-Gravel feels different the moment you ride it. It does not shout that it is electric. The Bosch SX motor gives subtle support that feels more like strong legs than a motor push. Torque sits around the mid-50s range, which keeps the ride natural and smooth. The lightweight setup changes how the bike handles, and it still feels quick on open roads. This bike shines when rides vary. Pavement turns to gravel, gravel turns to dirt, and the bike keeps its rhythm. The integrated battery keeps weight low, and range can grow with a Bosch range extender. Mounting points let you add bags for tours or weekend trips. This is not for heavy cargo or aggressive off-road riding. Still, if you want speed, flexibility, and electric help that stays in the background, This bike feels honest and engaging. Here is a classic all-rounder for riders who want power and comfort together. This CX-10LG from KETTLER, designed for riders who want confidence everywhere. The Bosch Performance Line CX Smart System motor delivers a strong 85 Nm push that feels reassuring on hills and rough roads. Battery options go up to 750 watt-hours, which opens the door for long tours without worry. On the road, comfort stays consistent. The suspension fork handles broken pavement and dirt paths well. The wide tires add grip on loose surfaces. The Shimano Link Glide drivetrain feels durable for daily use, and shifting stays smooth under load. Brakes deliver steady stopping power, even with gear. The Monkey Load carrier makes carrying bags simple. It is not the lightest bike, and sporty riders may want sharper handling. Still, for mixed terrain, daily riding, and long comfort-focused trips, it feels solid and trustworthy. So, that was all. Share your thoughts in the comment. Thanks for watching. If you found it helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more videos.